Hi and welcome to the zone. This is the Fantasy Football Zone. As usual, your home for everything fantasy football. My name is Dennis Musal.
The ideal guy, Mark Leon Cabale.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode. Yes, Cabale, how are you?
No, I'm doing great, bro. It's not a good day. But we're thankful we're here, but it's not a day to smile about. I'm so vexed, let me tell you.
Why are you preempting the conversation even before we start, man?
Yeah. It's good to tell the viewers that it's not a good day.
There's nothing to smile about.
There's nothing to write about this day.
As the saying goes,
besides
do you
us
see
being
anything
alive
to smile about?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright, let me just dive right in there.
Yeah.
Tell us about Game Week 34 for you. How was Game Week 34?
Let's first of all
maybe I should start.
Yeah.
Or maybe I should start, eh?
And I think we should even start with, first of all, what is wrong with Man United fans?
I think that's part of what happened in Game Week 34.
Yeah.
And the conversation is actually what is right with Manchester United fans, because their actions were, despite of course people not condoning the break-in and all that. The actions were more praised than ostracized,
Yeah.
Because I guess the football world, in terms of, especially in that culture, they are really tired of these American owners and what they're doing to these football clubs.
Yeah.
And they're deciding that enough is enough.
Yeah.
Of course, it's another story altogether whether those exploits will amount to any significant
change. Yeah.
Yeah. But you see, for example, a very big match was postponed due to their actions.
Probably the biggest match in England.
Yeah, that should definitely get some attention, to the owners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. We're waiting for a football revolution. Man United fans wanting their owners out. Arsenal fans wanting their owners out.
Yeah. Liverpool a bit.
I think we are the only two teams. We're only two teams complaining about owners that much. Liverpool, I think. I think after the whole Super League thing, they forgave their owners, because generally their owners have been fair to them
over the past few
maybe
years.
They feel that way.
Yeah. But to be honest, of course it affected the English game. You see, those two teams struggled in the last few years, so of course they have to vent out and all that. But you see, that affected us FPL wise, a lot of us FPL wise.
Now this is where you come in with now how your game week was. How did you manage to score 18?
Why are you giving them my points? I mean, to the viewers who are watching, listen. In punditry, these things happen. That you can actually have a very, very poor week. So I just had one of those weeks. I was so vexed by that game. Like every game in this past week, I was just so vexed.
How many players did you have in that Manchester United Liverpool game?
I had four players, and these are all. Yeah, I had one on the bench. I think I had Jota on the bench. I had Salah playing. I had Fernandes. Yeah, I had Jota and Shaw on the bench.
Yeah.
Now this is something interesting. Chelsea got a clean sheet. Alonso never played. He came on for the last few minutes. Gave me a clean one. Let's get on to the next. Ruben Diaz never plays.
Arsenal got a clean sheet and
yes, Ruben Diaz.
You had a Rob Holding.
Yeah, I had Rob Holding. They get a clean sheet. Wow. He's not there.
Yeah.
Manchester City get a clean sheet. Diaz is not there. Like everything that could possibly go wrong just went wrong. Like, hey, come on. And I feel
you.
Yeah.
We were talking about this thing just some 2 weeks ago when I was telling you how I feel like my game week is just going against me in terms of how I'm not getting any luck with most of these things.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the football gods decided to give you a taste of what it was I was talking about so that you would be able to empathize. You know,
What?
you'll be able to empathize with the less fortunate.
I can't even call that a test.
But yeah.
That was like a full course meal.
That
was a full course
the
meal
full
of
experience.
goodness. The banter nimekula this week. Watcha.
Hey, I feel you.
Yeah.
Hang in there. For me, it was a fairly good game week.
Yeah.
I got 57 points.
Yeah.
A lot of things went in my favor. For once, again, those decisions and those gambles I had taken that were going against me this week, game week 34, they went for me. For example, Gabriel Megales has always been in the bench all the time when I have him in my team. But this week he played, gave me that clean sheet, you know. And from there on, I think everything worked out. A decision I made, I took out David De Gea and brought in Johnston.
That was a very good decision.
And that turned out to be a brilliant move because the guy gave me 7 points while losing a clean sheet.
Exactly. I mean that was good.
It was definitely a good game for me.
Yeah.
All right, so out with the old, in with the new. Game week 35 is upon us.
Yeah.
And this is a double game week. Is this probably the last double game week of the season?
No, there'll actually be another in possibly 36 or 37. Especially because Liverpool and United haven't played, so probably
it was postponed.
Yeah, so they probably could play that in 36 or 37. So yeah, let's look out for that. It most likely 36. It's not yet confirmed, but yeah.
I'm still looking for the opportune time to unleash my triple captainship. I don't know if game week 35 gives me that opportunity though.
No, it actually does. This is a very brilliant opportunity for you to actually trigger it. I think you just need to look at who's the right player, and probably we'll discuss that in our captain picks option a few minutes from now.
Okay, so let's start with the differential picks of this game week. Being a double game week, of course, more attention will go to the players that have the double game week option. But then also, we have some players with some good fixtures who we will not forget about. So my first option for differential in this double game week is none other than Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Okay.
I know it's a name that this season has not been quite a joy to mention. First of all for Arsenal fans, and then of course for even FPL, as FPL managers. He gave us a lot of joy last season, but this season he's had one to forget for sure. If not for injuries or sickness, his poor performance. You know? But then he came back from malaria with a bang against Newcastle, scoring a goal and an assist. He bagged some 12 points. And I think he's hungry. Of course, the Arsenal have a big game coming up on Thursday, that semi-final against Villarreal, which we most definitely expect him to feature. We don't know if that will affect his minutes in terms of now the double game week itself as it goes. Perhaps Arteta will rotate. But here and there, for me, I feel like Aubameyang is definitely one who's a threat whenever he gets a chance, whenever he gets on the pitch. And probably Arsenal will be hungry to finish well, especially if they lose that semi-final. They might want to respond seriously in those two games. So for me, I can't look any further than Aubameyang as a differential. He has a low ownership, 6.9%. When you look at the kind of player he is, you know, that's a very low ownership.
No, it's true, but I mean, I think this season Arsenal has just been so frustrating. As an Arsenal fan,
for sure.
I'm truly frustrated up to now. I think the only thing that can just soothe me is that Europa League Cup, just taking it, which is not a walk in the park as well. Definitely Oba coming back, of course, gives him the confidence. But you see, I think for me, Oba, I'm really skeptical. You know, as a big Oba holder at the beginning of the season, I was so loyal for I think the first 11 or 12 game weeks. that he just
Yeah.
did literally nothing. And I think I mean Oba is just one of those risk. And then again, we're not really too sure whether he'll play 90 minutes in the Villarreal game. Probably that rotation. You know, Arteta, he's just a stubborn manager. But again, if he plays, that is a very good fixture against West Brom. I think that would be one of those.
Yeah, that West Brom
games.
fixture looks enticing.
Yeah.
And that Chelsea fixture is not so bad as well.
Yeah.
Of course, Chelsea are
Though
a
Chelsea,
different team
Chelsea
now.
are not conceding
But
goals.
yeah, they're a different team now for sure. But then, you know, this is a derby.
Yeah.
And Chelsea Arsenal has always been one heck of an entertaining match. Goals galore. So yeah, that can also be
Probably
something to
so,
look out
probably so. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, in that Arsenal team, I would also want to. I mean, it's good. You could just look around that Arsenal team. They don't look too bad, especially for those fixtures. West Brom and then Chelsea, and yeah, I remember Arsenal turned up and turned the season around at Chelsea. So yeah, you never know. You never know.
Okay, that's my differential pick. Who is your differential pick for game week 35?
To be honest, differentials, it's a tricky space, especially for now. But however, I like the look of Zaha. Zaha has some very pretty fixtures at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, he has Sheffield United just next. He has Southampton, you know, and both of those teams are just among the top 5 for conceding big chances at the moment. And Zaha got an assist in the previous game, to be fair. Of course, it wasn't. Of course, Crystal Palace haven't been in the best form. That's for sure. They've been conceding a lot of goals. Actually, they're top of the table for conceding chances, and also conceding goals. So I feel it's a bit cagey. But however, those fixtures look good. Both of those teams have nothing to play for. Sheffield has been relegated. Southampton also is really pretty safe. They just want to finish the season and go on. And so has Crystal Palace. So I mean, that game looks very sweet for Zaha. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I think Zaha's season is synonymous to Aubameyang's. I think these two players we are calling differentials. They really need to redeem themselves, you know, in terms of finish the season strong, because both of them have not lived up to the expectation. So I feel like that should pump Zaha up for our performance, especially against two of the leakiest defenses in the league. And he's definitely going to be a handful. Zaha might definitely be a differential asset this game week. And like Aubameyang, for him there is no worry in terms of rotation.
There's
if
no
he's
worry.
fit,
Nah.
he's playing 90 minutes for both matches. You know.
Yeah.
And that's an assurance we definitely need
And
at this point
possibly
in time,
could be on penalties, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically those two are our top differential picks for game week 35. Of course, you can engage with us on our comment section or our social media and let us know what you think about these two players as potential differentials for game week 35, right? Yeah, so that's it. Let's go to feature match.
Yeah.
We've just highlighted our feature match for last week and what happened to it. And we did not get to see.
Yeah, we did actually get to see the feature.
The spectacle.
The feature match itself.
Yeah, we did the spectacle unfold.
Yeah.
But this week we have another opportunity, another tantalizing fixture. On Saturday the 8th, Manchester City will be facing off against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Another interesting fixture is West Ham against Everton. That will definitely be interesting because of the top four battle.
Yeah.
Also on Wednesday we have Chelsea versus Arsenal.
Like there's so many.
In this
games.
double game week, there are a lot of interesting matches to look out for sure. But let's focus on Man City, Chelsea. Manchester City versus Chelsea. This game, of course, means so much more to Chelsea than it does to Man City.
Well, I don't know. It seems 50-50 because if Manchester City win this, they have the opportunity to say that they've sealed the title this
But
weekend.
even if they don't win this, no one is taking the title from them. Even if they don't win this
Yeah, but
match,
you see, I mean, it's all about even just the pride of the points that you've left the opponents behind you with.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very tight game. Of course, they played in the FA Cup where Chelsea won 1-0, and it was a really tight game. It was 50-50. Anyone who could take their chances
Yeah.
could actually win that game. There's a
Yeah.
potential. The potential of them playing really. They've played, I mean, together. Of course, this is not the second time Tuchel and Pep are playing, so we really don't know what to actually. I think it's just going to be the same kind of KG game. Both of them have had Champions
Yeah.
League games, of course, midweek, so you expect a bit
Yeah.
of rotation here and there. So who will
Yeah.
rotate better? Who will have fresher players? That's, I think, what will define the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think like you've basically explained it, but I feel like Chelsea have more to fight for in this match.
Yeah, top four.
Of course, for them, the top four battle is really real. And remember, the two have the potential of meeting in the Champions League final. Of course, as we are recording this, Chelsea have not yet played their Champions League fixture against Real Madrid, the return leg, but Man City are already in the final in Istanbul. They saw away PSG comfortably.
Very comfortable.
And so it could be a really cagey match, like you said.
Yeah.
From an FPL point of view, what do you think about this fixture?
I think this fixture just looks to me still. I think it would just be a KG game. I would probably even imagine that even a 0-0 could actually come out of this, or a 1-0. I don't know why I'm just not seeing too many goals in this, because both teams I don't think are going to really go for it immediately. I think they'll just all be conservative. To try and keep a clean sheet, so that just take one chance and score. So it doesn't look too enticing. Probably defensively is where you could go, but you see these two teams, it's difficult with the kind of rotation that they're actually facing with FPL players. It's really just difficult to just choose who exactly will I put my stand on. So I'm finding
out of the two, of course, Chelsea is the one with the double game week.
Yes.
But their double game week is also not a very enticing one from an FPL perspective, facing off against Man City
and then Arsenal
in quick succession. Yeah, that doesn't look good in terms of perhaps guaranteeing clean sheets or guaranteeing many goals. You know.
But
of
remember,
course, Man City, we have the rotation issue.
Remember, just a few weeks ago, Chelsea had a very tight double game with Liverpool and Manchester United. And it ended 0-0 at United, and they actually ended up beating Liverpool, I think 1-0. So I think Chelsea and Tuchel, just basically on how he approaches these games is, I think don't concede, just take a few chances.
But then they have a defensive advantage for sure.
That's for sure. So I personally think if you go
defensive assets from Chelsea.
Pardon?
Some defensive assets from Chelsea could be a good investment.
But again, it's hard to know again who exactly. Rudiger got injured.
Because of rotation,
Rudiger got injured. Of course, Zuma probably could play. Could see Chilwell as well play. Because Chilwell has been playing most of the games, but you don't know. You don't know probably to be Alonso or what because of rotation. Christensen, there are many options. Reece James. So I don't know. Whoever you have, I think I'm just getting rid of Alonso now. I'm tired. I'm getting rid of Diaz as well. I'm also tired. So I'm just tired of those two teams and rotation. But Mount is a good option. Mount is a good option to have.
Okay. So that's it for the feature match. I guess now we can go to the big one, right? The captain pick choice for this double game week 35. Of course, this week captain choice is very important.
Yeah.
Because if you get a player who manages to perform in both matches, I think you are sailing in the wind. Before that, I remember last week we just casually mentioned about one Gareth Bale as a differential captain.
Yeah.
And lo and behold,
we were so
guy
casually
went and
mentioning
snatched
that.
himself a hat trick.
It was Bale did the business.
Yeah.
Did the business for us.
Yeah.
Okay, for those who had him, I actually wanted to take out Bruno. Just confused me a bit, and I was like, you know what? Let
Yeah.
me just keep him. Man,
Yeah.
with the game week that I've had, I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
I can't
you would have
imagine.
needed some of that for sure.
I know, right?
Okay, so who are the options that are standing out for captain? And another thing, by the way, we need to talk about how Harry Kane flopped. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what.
No, he flopped.
Captained by almost everyone.
Yeah, actually, I think everyone like almost in our mini league was this Kane.
Yeah. 4 goals, no assist, no goal, no nothing.
Yeah, because you know when I think I didn't watch that match that when it started. So I watched it when I think it was about 3-0. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I was like, good 3-0. Of course, Kane has to be in.
He must be somewhere there.
One of the what nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
I think that should tell us about taking risks. You know, I think
Yeah.
not always going with the pack or with the obvious decision.
Yeah, but to be honest, I mean, you would never write that kind of script. 4 goals
Yeah,
of
for
Tottenham
sure.
without Kane, of course, you never write that
For
script.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also we mentioned
Okay.
Wood, right? We mentioned Wood, and then he also scored. Of course, they were beaten 2-1, but he scored.
I
Yeah.
got a penalty goal.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to this game with 35. Who are the outstanding captain options?
I mean, I think it would have been good if Liverpool had a double game week, but since they have Southampton, and to be honest, I think Salah probably, of course, they're fighting for the top 4, but I feel at this moment in time, probably Salah could actually have a good shot against that Southampton team who are shipping in a number of chances, and I mean, and Liverpool has something to fight for. Southampton don't have too much to fight for at the moment, so I feel Salah is good. I mean, he has, of course, he's created about 4 big chances in the last 4 games, so I mean, assist potential there. He hasn't had the biggest goal threat. Has, I think, 2 goals. In the last 4, it's one in the last 4. In the last game, we saw we saw the lineup. We actually were lucky enough to see the lineup against Manchester United that Klopp had actually set up, and interestingly, Jota wasn't there. So so definitely you'd see Salah drifting mostly towards the middle, and Firmino, of course, coming in deeper. So yeah, it was interesting to see.
For me, of course, Salah is definitely always an option, but I don't know if he has enough to compete against double game week players, unless he's pulling a hat trick in that match.
Fair enough.
For me, I think it would be a risk, or rather a big risk, to go for a one single game player, whereas I have double game week options.
Yeah.
So I think that would perhaps be the differential captain pick if we were to mention Mohamed Salah, right?
Yeah.
He wouldn't be the favorite in this case.
Yeah, probably not people's favorite at the moment. Yeah, but I mean,
well,
you would also, of course, want to look at players who would also be having a double game week. And you have, of course, Leicester is not looking too bad. Of course, I think you have Newcastle and you have Manchester United.
And Man United, and Kelechi Iheanacho seems to be,
he's on
on
fire.
a roll. Yeah,
he's on fire.
He's bringing in the points week in, week out.
Yeah,
Even when
have
he
something
doesn't
to fight
score,
for.
like he just affects the match. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had an assist in the previous game. Of course, a number of people also, captained him as a differential captain. But as well this week, why not captain Kelechi, he's up there with, with Salah in terms of like big chances that, he's actually getting. And his conversion rate is actually good at the moment, and he's on form. So,
definitely Kelechi is definitely one of the favorites as a captain pick.
Yeah.
In the same breath, though, as we mentioned Kelechi, I will mention Jamie Vardy, because I don't own Kelechi. I think that's
because I know you have Vardy.
My game weeks have not been going well, but I have Vardy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, with Jamie Vardy, we really can't tell. He's one of those players, again, who can be so quiet and then just pop up with a hat-trick from nowhere.
A hat-trick, that's true.
Just pop up with a hat-trick from nowhere. So as much as all the form and all the stats are with Kelechi Iheanacho, the pedigree is with Jamie Vardy. You know, he's a seasoned
Yeah.
striker. He's a proven striker, proven goal scorer. Of course, if a team is giving chances, Jamie Vardy is definitely having a sniff
At the
right?
end of them, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely having a sniff. So he's also a very key, player in terms of a potential captain option for this game.
Yeah.
And for me, yeah, I have considered it. I have considered it, Jamie Vardy as a captain
For
option.
this week,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
please do that. Like I wouldn't want to have the same captain pick as you, because
Okay, then you captain Salah. Then you captain Salah.
Well, I would probably also want to look at maybe Fernandez as well. He's actually on fire. I think ever since that Europa League game and
No,
as
on
well
fire
as,
is relative, Kabale. On fire is relative. Okay,
No,
he had a good game against Roma. He had a good game against Roma.
against
2
Roma,
goals,
yeah.
2 assists. Yes.
Yeah.
But when we look at his last 10 game weeks, I
No,
wouldn't
he's
call
not
that
been
a
off.
man on fire. You know, I think
Yeah.
that is just a spark. It's just igniting maybe. So we don't know if he can sustain, if he will sustain that form in this double game week, because he's facing off against Aston Villa and Leicester. Again, these fixtures are not necessarily, easy fixtures. Are not one where you expect him to just cruise through. So yeah, I don't know. Bruno, like at the start of the season, Bruno would be an obvious shout, definitely for the armband, with the form that he was in. But now it feels more like a risk. It feels more and more like a risk.
Probably
So yeah, but definitely if he decides to turn up, he can definitely reward you nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with a very, very outside shout, Zaha. A very, very outside shout. It's also a differential pick.
That is by outside you mean another planet shout.
No, it's because the Sheffield Southampton. Those are Sheffield and Southampton. Those are tasty fixtures for Zaha.
No, yeah, they are tasty fixtures for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Another outside shout, Aubameyang.
Yeah. Probably.
Aubameyang.
That's if he
Another
plays both
outside
games.
shout.
If he plays both
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, that is the issue now.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically those are the captain picks. Who will you be captaining? Have you decided?
I currently have it on Fernandez, but it could change. It could change. I'm still considering, but possibly Fernandez could actually go for it for me.
Okay. For me, I have it on Aubameyang currently, but like you said, it also could change. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm still thinking about it.
You really stuck with Oba. You're too loyal.
I just got him actually. I've not stuck with him. I just got him.
Because he had Smith. Yeah, I remember he had Smith Rowe and Oba and Gabriel.
Yeah.
Triple up. Yeah.
No, it wasn't Oba. The triple up was Smith Rowe, Gabriel, and Bukayo.
Oh, and Bukayo. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
So I just switched up Bukayo for his captain.
Okay. Interesting.
All right, so that's it basically for the show. We're looking forward to an exciting game week 35. Like if everything else fails, I just hope that we get our captain picks right, because that has the potential of building us a big way in this game week. And of course, we are in crunch time. Now is when your mini league position is being cemented, So it's all guns out at this point in time.
Yeah.
Okay, me, I don't have anything else to add. Perhaps you, Kabale?
No, I think that's it for me as well. All the best in this coming game week, and for the last few game weeks. Yeah, let's see how far we'll go in the FFZ League.
All right, thank you so much for hanging out with us. My name is Dennis Musau, and this is The Zone. Peace out.